The more you know. Brought to you by Flagstaff, Rockwood, building better RVs, making smarter RVers.
It's some advice from our friend Andre Fisher, who works at the Rockwood Flagstaff RV plant in Indiana. Okay, Andre, there are so many people that have purchased a new RV and they're waiting on it to be delivered. If I'm one of those people and I finally get my RV and it's at the dealership, before I hitch it up and take it home, what do I need to do? What advice can you give me as a new buyer? What do I need to do with that RV to make sure that I'm going to have the best ownership experience possible, or at least I'm off on the right foot?
Great question. Everybody goes through this process when you buy a new RV. First of all, after you're done signing paperwork, shaking hands, make sure you get a number to call if it's Saturday afternoon that somebody can help you, okay? Number two, if you're buying a Rockwood or Flagstaff, we have a thing called a WeRV app. You download it, you put in your serial number, your model. It'll give you how-to videos, a bunch of different stuff on that particular model. Full on Saturday evening when your doesn't work and you had a cold spell go through. I know in Texas you had that happen. Next, go over, shake the service manager's hand. We already talked about that. Hi, my name's this is what I've got. Oh, great to meet you. Who do I contact if I have any problems with me? Next, you want to make sure that they did a pre-delivery inspection. So most RVs are either trailered or hauled on the wheels to a destination from California to Maine. What they do is they go over that unit again in a pre-delivery inspection. PDI is what we call it for short, just to make sure everything's working properly before the person even gets there. So it should
hang on just a second. I want to get some clarity on this. So when a load of RVs gets to the dealer, before I ever even see it or buy it, the dealer has a team that does a pre-delivery inspection just to make sure everything is copacetic.
Absolutely. It's going to roll over that road for a while. And if there's anything that needs to be addressed before the customer gets it, we want to do that.
Okay.
That's very important. That way you're leaving with everything. It's already been on the road for a while. It saw the potholes. It saw everything else, and everything is working properly. It's so very important. And then next, you're going to talk about hitches and make sure your towing vehicle is going to accommodate that RV. Do I need a weight distribution hitch? Do I need sway bars? Is it how many pounds is the unit? What's your hitch rate? Yes, this is all going to work for you, Mr. Customer, no problem.
But is that something that I should have known before I made the purchase?
You should, absolutely. And you should talk to your dealer about that. Is there going to be an extra cost when I come to pick it up for a hitch? Or do you have a hitch? And a lot of great dealers do a lot of great jobs of, hey, what's your hitch? What do you hitch with it now? Okay, that's fine. Great. That's going to work for you. Ooh, we need to work on that. I grew up on a farm where it was just a hitch. We didn't have any weight distribution. We didn't have any
sway bars and...
Yeah, we just took off that wagon load of hay, and it was fine because we weren't going to go very far. But an RV is a totally different animal that way. We don't want sway and things like that. So
so the pre-delivery inspection should have been done before I ever purchased it. But once I purchase it, there's not an inspection. It's just essentially the walkthrough, right? The final walkthrough before I get the keys, so to speak, and leave.
Yeah, I want somebody on the lot to pre-delivery inspect the unit, and now I want to do a walkthrough. This is such a crucial part because what you're going to do is they're going to walk you through every single element of how the camper works, how to turn things on, how to turn them off. Maybe take a quick little video on your phone of how to get the water heater going, of how it was hitched up properly at the dealership. So that's going to give you a lot of confidence when you hitch it up for your first time. There's a lot of first-time campers out there, and we love that. We want to make sure you're safe. We want to make sure you have a really great experience. And so that walkthrough is going to take you through how do I turn on the TV? How do I use 12 volt? Where's the battery at? How do I disconnect the battery if I'm going to be gone for weeks at a time? Does the solar panel work? Just so many questions. Just ask a lot of questions. And if you do that, the tech's going to respond to that. And they're also going to give you a lot of answers. And even if you don't remember everything, you're going to remember a lot. And like the things you don't, maybe, hey, my phone, quick video. Okay, thank you so much for running through that again. I just want to make sure I had it. And that's going to keep, Saturday night when you're, I forgot how to hook this up, or, Friday evening when you come home late and you want to get going on that first trip. So very important for you.
Now you mentioned, you used the word tech several times. If the salesperson does the walkthrough, are you recommending that doesn't happen, that we ask for a tech from the dealership, somebody from the back that actually works on these things every single day?
No, there's some great salesmen that I've seen do great walkthroughs. And it all depends on how it's delineated at the dealership level. Some dealerships, your salesman is going to do the whole walkthrough for you. Some dealerships, like a big dealership, might have a tech that's all they do, or a salesperson. That's all they do all day is they schedule a 2 to 3 hour block for a new customer to come in, hook up your camper, try it out, see how it's going. It doesn't really matter. I use the word tech just because when I'm thinking about somebody walking through something, I want the technical aspect of knowledge of it. But it could be a salesman. It could be anybody. It could be the owner of the company. It doesn't matter. As long as they're giving you a really complete, thorough, this is how you use everything. This is what this button means. This is how it goes. Please ask questions as it's going along. It's just such a great part of the buying process and make sure it happens.
I think that sometimes we, people that are familiar with RVs, we just kind of, brush over it. Well, we go through the walkthrough, blah, blah, blah. But the walkthrough is so critical. I mean, like you said, that's the foundation of our entire experience. And to not take the time to learn everything and even ask questions. I know they say there's no such thing as a stupid question. There is not such thing as a stupid question when you're buying an RV. At least I don't think there is. Take your time. How much time do you think a walkthrough should take, Andre?
I think with a camper that's never camped before or had an RV, I would like to plan 2 hours to talk to them about every single thing. And if it doesn't take that long, it's fine. But that's going to be blocked out in my schedule, 2 hours. Maybe somebody that's had different RVs, maybe an hour. Hey, where's the water heater? Is it automatic? Do you have to button, whatever it may be? Maybe an hour for that, experienced camper. But definitely give yourself a bunch of time because all the new campers, we're coming out with solar now, bigger batteries, different budgets. Auto level. I know some customers that just went from a small pop-up tent to an auto level unit. Like, how do I use this? Oh, this is going to be one of the easy ones. It's on and auto level, but you don't know that until somebody helps you explain it. And I know that I personally overtalk customers. I assume they know more than what they do. And I have to remember to make it elementary. Like, it's the first time we've been talking about this. And I forget that on the phone sometimes. And we need to remember that you probably know a lot and your campers know a lot, but that new customer might not know a lot. Well, what's the difference between a 2-inch and a 2 5/6 inch ball? Is there a difference? There is. So I personally have to remember to keep everything as elementary and apologize for it. I'm going to keep this like I'm talking to a third grade class. And so we all understand it, and then we'll go on from there.
We are most appreciative, we really are, of the folks at Rockwood Flagstaff for helping make us to be a whole lot smarter RVers.